Southern Nights. Yes, we're gonna cue the Glen Campbell because we have a special Southern guest cooking for you all tonight in the kitchen. Who else would it be? He needs no introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard.
Well, hi y'all. It's a mighty hot summer. When it's a hot summer, I like to make one of my favorite treats, and that's boiled peanuts. Or goober peas if you are from Alabama, you may be familiar with the term. It's a nice salty little treat, briny, salty, perfect treat for hot or cold, spicy or mild. So we're gonna start off with 2 pounds of raw green peanuts. And by green, I don't mean they're green, I mean they're fresh and they're a little wet and kind of glossy when you buy them. You can buy these at, if you're in the South, any farmer's market, roadside farmer's market, you can probably get them. If you're not in the South, you may have to go to an international market or an Asian market or Indian market to find these. They're usually only in season in the summer. We got lucky and got them in the end of June. Sometimes they come in later.
I gotta tell you, Richard, I could smell those peanuts. They don't smell too great right now.
No, well,
is that normal?
Raw peanuts don't smell great.
They're gonna smell great though.
They smell kind of like feet.
Well, you're already selling everybody on this. Yeah. I'll tell you that with that.
But that's raw peanuts. That's how you know you got the good.
But they're not gonna smell like feet when they're done.
They're not gonna smell like feet. They're gonna smell like wonderful, salty amazingness.
Okay, great description.
Right. So the first thing you have to do is pull any long strings like this from the peanuts. You don't have to pull a lot. You don't have to be too meticulous about it. You can just kind of look for long ones that are sticking out, look for stringiness, and take the long ones off. So obviously we're going to rinse them. Peanuts grow in the ground, so dirt kind of sticks to them. They have, that roughness. So you want to give a good rinse. Now if you can't find green peanuts, you can still do this with raw peanuts. That's not roasted. Those are raw peanuts in a package. You can still use those, but you either have to cook it longer or you have to soak them overnight and cook them a little longer.
So what you're saying is you should use green ones more than raw. You prefer that's a true Southern peanut.
Yes, it's faster and they're better.
Okay, great.
All right, so we're gonna put these in the pot.
All right, Richard. So now that the peanuts are in the pot, what are we adding to it?
Well, obviously, salt is going to be your first ingredient. This is kosher salt, so I'm using a scant half a cup.
Scant.
Yes.
These words that you use. He says these things to try to make me feel stupid, by the way.
A scant half a cup, just under a half a cup.
Okay. So
you can always add more at the end if it's not salty enough, so don't worry about this. And so we're going to sprinkle this on there. Get it good and thick in there. Yeah, that's a lot of salt, right?
All right.
So many of us like our boiled peanuts spicy. If you're one of those people, follow the next step.
If you're not, you don't want it spicy, don't follow this.
Yeah, if you don't want it spicy, don't follow this step.
Okay, so what are you adding?
So we're going to add a whole tablespoon
crushed red pepper flakes.
And 1 tablespoon of Cajun seasoning. I'm using Louisiana Cajun seasoning because it's the only thing I can find up here in New York. If you are from the South or anywhere who has Tony Chachere's, that's what I prefer. And the piece de resistance, the Zatarain's shrimp and crab oil, the liquid kind. If you don't use the liquid kind, you have to use 1 bag of the other.
You can get that on Amazon. If you go to pressureluckcooking.com and you go to my essential products, you can find it right there if you guys need it. It's not in your supermarket.
It's great for the crab oil, for the shrimp oil as well. Yeah. So I'm just going to put a tablespoon in here and kind of spread it around.
That goes a long way.
It goes a long, long way. It's a concentrate. And finally, we're going to cover our peanuts in water.
Just keep adding enough water until it's fully covered.
So you got enough. If they start to rise a little bit, you're good. Now you want to keep the peanuts under water, under the level, so you take something heavy and weigh them down. I'm going to use a steamer insert here and just kind of
put it on top like that.
Set it on top. So I'm placing the top on the pot, making sure it's in sealing position.
And you're going to go and hit manual.
I'm going to hit manual.
How long are you cooking for?
And we're cooking it for 45 minutes.
Wow, 45 minutes.
If you are using non-green dry peanuts, if you soaked them overnight, you can do it for an hour. If you didn't soak them and you want to do it from the package, you have to do it for like 80 minutes at least.
And isn't Richard doing a great job, guys? Let's give him a round of applause. So one huge benefit why you would do this in the Instant Pot versus on the stovetop is because back in the stovetop days, you would do this for about 2 to 2.5 hours of boiling for green peanuts. Raws would be about 4 hours. Doing it in the Instant Pot, as you see, it cuts a huge fraction of time. So huge benefit to doing it there. Plus the infusion of all the spices are really going to add to it in the pot. And let's see how these come out.
And now we're going to do a natural release.
That means we're not doing a quick release. We're going to let it naturally release until the pin drops on its own.
All right. We're going to take it off and check it out.
It smells good.
Steam insert out. Test one of these. It's going to be probably pretty hot.
So show us how you eat one of these, Richard.
Okay, so you can't eat the shell, obviously.
Just
You can
crack.
suck on it a little bit, get the salt and the brine off.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to kind of crack it with your teeth. See how it cracks? And then you're going to peel it open.
And just eat the
And eat the
peanut
inside.
out. Let me try
They're
one.
super
Let me try
sweet.
this thing out. Spicy and zesty sauce. There's my little peanuts, or there are beans, and let me try out. They're cooked perfectly. They actually almost taste like mini, like little potato balls. They're delicious. It's really, really good. Soft and a wonderful texture. They're really good. It's a great snack. This is gonna taste even better. Once you take everything and you put it in the refrigerator, transport the water with it. Keep that, right?
Yes.
And then put it in the fridge, and when it's cool, it's even better than it is when it's hot.
they are
But
better
it's-
cool.
But it's delicious this way as well.
It's neither salty nor soft enough. When you're done, you can always just turn it on saute and let it simmer a little while longer, and then you can test it until it is.
I think it's pretty perfect as it
Yeah, I
is.
think it's great.
And there you have it, Southern boiled peanuts, right inside the Instant Pot. For more recipes like these, if you guys enjoyed it, go to pressurelookcooking.com or .net, it's the same thing, or facebook.com/pressurelookcooking. I have all that stuff. And Richard, great job.
Thank you.
Awesome, you're a natural, and let's toast our Southern boiled peanuts and enjoy.